What I want to know is more about oneness and how we co-create together, all of us. Because I think we don't recognize that enough. And I think the more we talk about us and we, the better off we feel.
The more humans who are deliberately calibrating to their source energy, the more you will experience that oneness, because there's that harmony with that broader perspective. You see a flock of birds flying with such harmony. They're not in the sky banging into each other. And Esther used to wonder, who gets to be the boss? Who's shouting the orders? And we explained that it's not like that. There is not a leader bird. It's that they are all what humans call instinct, instinctually in sync with source. And since they're all responding to the same source, then they are flowing in harmony. And that's a bit what you're describing, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And being comfortable with that feeling. You talked about how the other lady was joyous and it overwhelmed her. And I have that problem. And in a feeling where you're so connected with source, it overwhelms you. And I wonder if it's the gap between me and my soul, and that's that large of a gap that I need to close, or what is that?
We wouldn't really call that much of a gap. In other words, you're summoning more than in this particular moment in time you can vibrationally comprehend. Maybe that's the best way of saying it. But you're always reaching to surpass your capacity for that. Esther was telling someone the story the other day about granddaughter Kate. When she was really little, she would come out to the Abraham Hicks property to play with Jerry and Esther. And they would always have something fun planned. And so they would do a treasure hunt in the treehouse, which was really fun. And then next time she came, she wanted to do something else. They would do something fun on the golf cart. But she also wanted to do the treasure hunt in the treehouse. And then the next time something new, but she also wanted to do the golf cart thing and the treasure hunt in the treehouse and the new thing. And after a while, Jerry said to Esther, we're going to have to start peeling some of those early ones off, because it's getting to be a longer and longer and longer time that we're spending together, because she never wants to let go of any of the fun that she's ever had. And we say, you're all like that. And you should not ever have to let go of anything that you have once had the capacity to desire. But in time, you come to realize that your inner being is the synthesizer of all of that. In other words, there are more cooperative components happening on your behalf as an individual and as a collective consciousness than we could ever find adequate ways of describing. And so as you are accepting of that and relaxing into that, the thing that holds humans back in that regard is that you trended for quite a while before we began visiting with you in this way in a flawed premise that says you're here to prove worthiness. And that puts you in competition with others who you also believed were here to prove worthiness. And it just isn't that way. Your capacity to receive is unlimited. You just have to know it.
And allow it.
And allow it.
Yeah. And I think that's, there's things that you pick up, and whether it's feelings or whatever, that pulls you back in. And so, part of it, I think in the beginning was more self-worth, but then sometimes when I start opening up and allowing it, then I take a pause, because there are those things that either I'm holding on to, and you've helped by just constantly pivoting, right? And I'm needing to do less of that, because I feel like I'm getting stronger.
Just play a little game with yourself. This will work right away for you. That goes like this. Is there a chance that I'm more interested in being right about this than feeling good? That'll clean up the majority of that right away. And it also eliminates that competition that you're feeling with others in your quest to be the most right. A simple example would be like, for Esther, she would pick up on something that she could feel was coming. And it was not something she wanted to come, but she was close enough to the vibrational frequency of it that she could read it. And so now she's anticipating it. And even though she didn't want it, she still wanted it to come to prove that she knew it was coming. You sort of get, and so that's that wanting to be right part, where you all are really wise in your physical world, and you are becoming aware of how the entire universe operates. And so it's natural that you would want to be getting better and better and better at that. We're just asking you to take a step back from the urgency to get everything right every minute and just trust that you're trending that way, and care more about enjoying life than about hurrying to an ending place that isn't there. There's no ending place. There's no reward at the end where you're given your wings or your gold star or whatever it is that you're expecting to get. That's not happening. Your rewards and punishment are assigned by yourself and are received in your day-to-day life experiences in the form of your emotional response to life, which is another way of saying you get to be as happy as you decide you're going to be and practice yourself into being, yeah?